Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm a student here at the University of Windsor. My major focus is honors psychology. I'm also doing a certificate in work and employment issues. So it wasn't until my second year of university here, it wasn't until I took Professor Lucer's class. It was a labor and social movements class, and she was the one that introduced the certificate. And this certificate basically allows students to understand what our rights are in the workplace, and it only requires 8 classes. So I'm also a social science major, and as every other student knows who is a social science major, it does require a lot of work, does require a lot of papers. However, the classes required for the work and employment issues certificate, I wouldn't say it's too heavy of a workload. The classes itself, they're very realistic. The professors, they're very understanding. They genuinely care about their students. They want you to succeed. Yes, I would say for sure, because prior to taking any of these classes, and the classes that I have taken, they were women in globalization, conflict resolution, how to solve basic conflicts in the workplace, occupational health and safety. Prior to taking any of these classes, I didn't even know what the term grievance meant. I didn't know what the difference between a unionized and a non-unionized workplace was. These classes, they really prepared me for how to act appropriately and professionally in a workplace. You know, if you do have a disagreement with another employee in the workplace, the certain classes that you take with this certificate, they tell you basically, you know, how to resolve a conflict, how to give someone a compliment when you're trying to resolve a disagreement, clarify what the disagreement is, you know, make sure both parties are satisfied with the solution, always be neutral, impartial, and objective. Those are the things that really stood out for me the most in this certificate. A tip that I would give to the students is definitely to take this certificate. I mean, we're all going to be getting professional jobs as soon as we graduate, or, you know, whether it's going to be one day, even if we go on and do our master's or PhD. It's always good to have this. It's always good to know what your rights are in the workplace. It's always good to know what you're entitled to and what you're not entitled to. And it's always good to know, you know, what your rights are when you have a union, when you don't have a union. It's always good to know how much discrimination that goes on in the workplace and how much injustice and like unfairness that goes on in the workplace. So this certificate really prepares you, and it's not something that it's really difficult to do while focusing on your other major. It's basically taking electives, but then getting a certificate for it. So from taking the courses that were required for this certificate, touched base a lot on labor law, occupational health and safety, organizational psychology, women in globalization, just basically how much workers have evolved and have fought for their rights from the beginning of time to now. And I definitely can say that I can advocate for myself, for my rights in the workplace.